Like he did, he couldn't throw. Like I was watching like for a minute, and every time I seen you pick it up, I was like, damn, this nigga actually is trash. It was just like they was holding you.
I couldn't run the ball on offense, bro. My offensive line, every time I had a nigga, I threw like 8 picks my damn self, but literally 5 of them motherfuckers were to wide open niggas, and then either my quarterback was cold because we're on the road. Nigga, like that's what pisses me off, nigga. Fuck that momentum shit, bro. I don't give a fuck, nigga. If I'm moving the ball, why would you just make my quarterback cold in the middle of my fucking drive? Why
Yeah,
does that make any fucking sense?
Hell
yeah,
no, that shit dumb.
dumb as hell.
Like he's not. If I'm moving the ball, like I understand if I came off too bad, nigga. I'm moving the ball up the field. Then he's cold in the middle of possession. I throw a pick because the nigga wide the fuck open and he make me throw it to the defender because he's cold. Like nigga, what? Like that shit is that shit is fucking ass. Like nigga, if I gotta play this game around badges, nigga, I got a quarterback with fucking headstrong. Nigga, I'm gonna play my freshman quarterback with that headstrong, and if he comes out there balling on the road because he has that fucking badge, nigga, I swear to God, I would delete this game. If I come out my next road game, I'm playing my freshman that has that badge. If he comes out, he can throw the ball, he can make hot routes, he can do all this shit, nigga, I will delete this fucking game. Cause nigga, this shit
Hey
is all
man,
about badges. This
and
shit's all about fucking badges, bro.
and they said it's not like
Nigga,
Madden.
then let's play some shit that you don't need to do all that. Play some game beats or some goddamn stumble guys.
Nigga, like, I'm down to play other shit, but like for example, like, and I'll let you know this game is all about badges. His quarterback, 82 overall, right?
Yeah.
Field general, he has all the passing badges. So anytime I was blitzing this nigga with my team defense, nigga, I probably lead the league in sacks, nigga. He was just throwing dots on me. Quarterback couldn't even get out the fucking pocket. Nigga, I'm like, bro, this game is all about badges, bro. My defense, like, he threw a lot of picks, but the good passes he had was because his quarterback had relentless and dots, so he can stay in the pocket and throw the ball. Nigga, fuck that bullshit, nigga. I got 5 niggas barreling down on him. Like, he threw a touchdown dot on me when my nigga was basically sacking him. Like, that's what I'm saying, but I can't throw a fucking wide open ball when I have no pressure in the fucking pocket. Okay. That's just how I feel about the game. Like, it's just fucking bullshit, bro. Like, y'all got me fucked up.
Whatever y'all niggas is free, we gotta smoke, cause this weed I got, nigga, I'm telling y'all, this shit puts you in the goddamn coma.
In
Like
the
I be
coma.
sitting here. Oh my god. So you know, I ain't gonna lie, I never took Android 17 to rank. But the time I take Android 17 to rank, I'm fucking fighting to go do the Super. That shit right there.
When did RZC play Friday the 13th?
Man, that shit was fucking funny. That nigga Mark said, I'm doing it for you, mama. said, oh my god. But they played that shit like,
I want to say 2 days ago.
yeah.
Los Pollos. Why is that nigga even famous, man? That nigga trash. I watched that nigga play Cam Newton in fucking NCAA. That nigga beat that nigga 50-0.
50-0.
Yeah. Cause he was talking shit to Cam Newton, and he had his whole chat like hopping Cam Newton's chat. It was like play polos or whatever the nigga name is, and Cam Newton was like, nigga, who y'all even talking? I don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. You know, it was funny too, cause I just happened to be watching Cam Newton when that happened, and then I went back and watched the video to see both sides. And that nigga was talking hella shit. Okay, he was talking hella shit like he's gonna beat Cam Newton ass. Cam Newton hopped on and beat that nigga 50-0, and he was in there salty as fuck.
I sort of got no. This is why Dragon Ball Z Sparking Girl ain't actually be at peak as what it's supposed to be at right now. It's because everybody is still fighting with nigga. Where the fuck is the DLC? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like we paid $100 for some goddamn DLC that y'all still ain't fucking produced yet. Like I'm tired of running to Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. I at least want to see a Beast Gohan or like, bro. Switch the meta up, bro. Like
At
it's
least.
still the same and it's irky, bro. Like I know I just lost, but nigga, I only lost because this nigga has bro. He has wild sense like a motherfucker. Like, and they be like, the gauge meter switch. No, it still kind of has it for certain niggas, bro. It still has it. If they win, like if y'all do a teleportation battle and this nigga win, Bro, Gogeta gets damn near 2 bars. Like, bro, this nigga back at Wild Sense. That's
No,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
Was like,
they
how did
they do
Omega
be doing
Sworn
that.
get Wild Sense again? Cause nigga, certain strong
They do
niggas,
be
they
doing
still
that.
got it like that.
No, they do be doing that. I know exactly what you mean. And nigga, I noticed that the other day. I was watching somebody, and they was playing with who the fuck was they playing with? I think it was one of the fusions. It was either Gogeta or Vegito. But yeah, nigga, in exchanges, like say Vegito do a fucking precision, bam, they get a nigga 2 skill points. I was like, what the fuck? Why the fuck is this happening? They don't do that for everybody.
Nigga. And I'm fighting another Gogeta Super Saiyan fucking 4. Yeah, I'm playing. I'm spamming, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not a nigga that literally spam, but I'm spamming. This is what Android said. Oh shit. Get off me. I need to find those Jesus. Oh, but I could. I did that for no reason.
And see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
He's on the move. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants pick it up.
V-charge? Nah, you can't play. You gotta win.
The point after splits the uprights.
Please.
Giants double their lead to
Bro.
14.
I'm hopping off this game, bro. I got it, bro. I swear to fucking God, bro. I just don't know how to fucking time fucking rush fucking attacks, bro, with the life of me, bro. That shit is so dumb now, bro. Like, the timing on that shit is just dumb, bro. Like, it's so dumb. Like, nigga, back then, just before this. Now it's like you have to do it like what frame do I do it at, nigga? Because as soon as they hit me, it's automatically there. And as if I do it before it, it just happens. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing, bro? This is why this game just, bro. Oh my God, bro. Like, come on, bro. That shit's ass, bro. For real, bro. No, Tekken beat this shit. And Tekken fucking dumb as fuck. I don't even know why they put Clive on there like that. This nigga is so goddamn broken. This nigga, no. That shit. If you watch the goddamn fucking fight, like his moves, this nigga moves ain't nothing but super moves. I'm like, what's the whole point of playing this nigga game? This nigga has more super moves than Noctis. Like, Noctis was broken. Don't get me wrong. That nigga was broken. Throwing all them swords. No, there was like, Clive, we making this nigga have all Titan abilities. This nigga has 6 power abilities on there. And a fucking transformation. Nigga, no!
Who y'all talking about?
So Calibur's newest character is Clive from the new Final Fantasy. But, like, when you watch this nigga's gameplay, bro. Okay, so like back then, like Noctis, he had like a crazy ass like little arsenal. This is Tekken 7, the other Final Fantasy character that they put on there. He just had like an arsenal where like he had multiples of weapons. So like, and he can teleport. That was just the OP shit. He can teleport and throw this big ass sword and then turn to this cutscene, and then you automatically do this little like, almost like half health damage move, whatever. Boom. These niggas was like, all right, yeah, we're going to put in Clive from the new Final Fantasy. On the Final Fantasy game, this nigga's story is basically, he goes around and killing every Titan to get their power, and then he can use it. So basically, every move on his arsenal is a Titan power. Like, he has super armor on it too, so it's like, it's so stupid. Like, every move is just a different transformation. Like, he either turns to the wind one, then he has this Titan arm ability where he can do this super punch, and it takes half your health if it lands. And it's like a double hit move. So if you get hit into another like cutscene move. Like, you're like, what the fuck? And then he can transform. Like, ain't no nigga on the game can transform. This nigga can transform. You're just like, How the fuck do you even supposed to fight this nigga?
Or he's trying to make a Final Fantasy game.
And everybody on Taken right now is mad at that shit because they like, nigga, this nigga is like, he's just too. They did too much.
Fight game. They probably want to do that. Probably where they live next.
I mean, they do that every game. Literally, like when Akuma came out, he was like, nigga, broken. He was broken as fuck. He was broken for like 8 months, and then they had too much people playing it, and they nerfed the fuck out of him. That's why people barely start playing Akuma.
They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's worth the money. The nigga is
Yo,
cold.
Quay,
Yeah.
is Marvel Rivals based off of comic books? Like the storyline? Like, is there a storyline in comic books where two Dooms are fighting each other?
Kinda, but it's like, so like, basically, who I follow? This nigga, I follow the esports nigga who be announcing like the, you know, shit about who's the best in games and all that weird, like real nerdy games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Marvel Rivals is so good that they review it and shit, and it's like nobody in there actually knows anybody. They say they do, even Loki and Thor. They know they're brothers, but every character is set
It's from
like
a different
dimension.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring it out, because the whole, like, the different games in the different games in the game are like part of the story. Like the Spider Zero and all the Spider people, they're trying to keep time together because the two Dooms are, I guess, trying to tear it apart, or they're at war. That's what I'm saying. Is this not from the comics, or did somebody just make the story for the game?
This is from like Marvel's, like this is Marvel's like what ifs, basically. Like they big on what if universe type shit. Like this is Marvel. Like the people who's writing this is Marvel Studios. So this is like their own spin-off on a multi like timeline of heroes just meeting up and having their own stories and backgrounds. And it's not like from actual, some of this is from could be from comic book lore and they just implementing it in it, but a lot of it is just like their own what if stories.
They're making their own story. But hey, Key, you beating this nigga's ass.
It's computer. They forcing us to play computer games now.
Oh, okay. I thought you was playing a person.
I wish you get that good.
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna make him that one, but this is basically, this is when Dr. Doom basically controls the multiverse, and he's like that God Doom, destructive God Doom or whatever. But when he got when everybody wears all white, he got all white. Fucking Frank Rich's girlfriend and some other shit, but that's the main actual evil Doom. Well, he's the Doom that's fighting the actual evil Doom, but that's the Doom who's the second Doom that you're hearing about. That's actually destroying the multiverse with him, because they're actually going at war against each other, and that shit is kind of from a comic, but it's a spin-off of a comic book, because that's when basically Doom actually wins, like when he actually becomes omniversal and he reshapes the whole universe as his own, and he rebuilds his homeland. And
that's what they're about to do.
Tell this nigga like, "Hey, nigga, you can't do this no more." Basically,
that's what they're about to do in MCU. I swear to God, they about to basically make Doom like Omni Doom, and then they about to do Battle World. That's gonna be the next phase. Well, after this phase, I'm pretty sure they're gonna, because that's how they're gonna reset and bring in the X-Men.
Especially how this game is going right now.
I think how they gonna do it, that all the fucking Iron Man movies, the Iron Man movies really started the actual MCU, gonna make it those actually different timelines. Timeline was actually Tony Stark, the Doctor Doom, the Doctor Doom.
Oh, that would be smart on me. That's what they probably is gonna do. They're gonna make the own guy on me. But that'll be smart though. That'll be smart. That'll be a good way to implement how, like, because there is a comic that's a comic book.
The only person that can fix it is Bobby Downey Jr. That's why they said that. He's the one that started it.
So he's basically about to go and take that comic where when Tony Stark turns to Dr. Doom, and he's implementing it in the timeline. So this is going to take place probably after Iron Man 2. For
Yeah.
Iron Man 2, there's gonna be a paradox where Iron Man.
It was explained why each Iron Man movie was kind of different, though.
Listen, hold on, stop.
No, I don't think they going that route with Tony. They about to just rewrite that shit and just Tony gonna be Doctor Doom because they said they going off the shit where Doctor Doom basically, like you said, wins and then he has his own adventure team. And then that's how they're supposed to bring back Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans, and everybody that actually played the real Avengers. They're gonna bring them back in Doctor Doom's movie and have them niggas beat the young Avengers. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're gonna have Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man and Doom. That wouldn't make no sense.
This would
Or-
make sense when Tony Stark died in Ultimate. Because then now you know how I hate the ending. That shit is so stupid. But now that will make sense on why Tony Stark is actually gone. Because in that timeline, when it's
You can say Doctor Doom killed him. You can say Doctor Doom killed him. Really. I feel like they can spin it off of that, but they basically said they're gonna go with that story of what you said. The Doctor Doom wins, and then he controls that whatever universe he's in, and he has his own Avenger team that works for him, and he's gonna bring that into the MCU, and then basically beat whoever. It's supposed to happen after this next Avengers movie. So it's gonna be Avengers 6 when I think he comes in. And I think I ain't been watching What If, but I'm pretty sure in the last What If movie they closed that Kang story chapter. Key, how's that last What If show? Last What If episode? Did it have Kang in it?
No, but it had his little time shift thing.
Okay. Cause I was watching like a little breakdown video, which I don't even know why I was watching it, but they
But it was only in there because they fired them after they already did the shit.
Yeah, no, they had to show that episode, but they was basically saying that that's how they just gonna kind of write them off, because it was either one or two things. I seen some shit too. They was saying like they possibly can do this another way, because they basically already had that Fifth Avenger movie filmed with him in it. Like that's really like kind of trash. They just not hiring that nigga back and just not gonna go with that storyline. But they said a lot of niggas. They said the fans really didn't like. I guess the fans really didn't like that route they were going, like after Loki and all that shit. I think that's another reason why they pivoted. But him getting in trouble just really kind of got Marvel out of some shit, basically, because they said they didn't want to go that route anymore, and they were saying how they gonna bring Doctor Doom in. Like they really gonna have to close that Kang chapter. But they were saying one way they can do it is they can say that Doctor Doom in that universe, or whenever Doctor Doom becomes hella strong, they can say Doctor Doom destroyed the Council of Kangs and just show it off screen. Which is like, I guess, something that he actually did in the comic books. Which I didn't know that either. I didn't know Dr. Doom. Like, I knew Dr. Doom was like that, but they be trying to act like Dr. Doom was that nigga. Like,
hey, Dr. Doom low-key was.
Dr. Doom was like, hey, it's like a few niggas. It's a few niggas in Marvel that like, in my mind, like I'm questioning like how niggas get that code. Like Thanos, Dr. Doom. Fucking what's the old boy's name?
Thanos was born that way.
I know. I mean, Thanos is like he like a titan and shit like that. But I'm just saying like outside of his motivation and just like how his life living, like how do y'all let niggas like that get that code? Dr. Doom, that nigga just hella smart and shit like that. But he just it's another like him and Kang. Like how do y'all let niggas like that get that code? Like what was they doing behind the scenes that niggas wasn't seeing, and then all of a sudden they out the way? Like oh shit, how do these niggas get this? Like that's what I want to understand. That's one thing that interests me about comic books.
Dr. Doom is actually a part gypsy. He actually has all natural magic. He's a fucking magician. I know that. The experiment that happened actually didn't affect him. It made his powers actually stronger because his mom is actually a gypsy who the nigga that Dormammu serves under, he has his mom's soul. And it's a whole arc with Tony where he goes and captures his mom's soul and defeats like the strong. I forgot who the nigga has his soul is. His name starts with a D. It's not Dormammu, but it's another strong ass demon. He has his mom's soul, and he basically receives it, and she basically tells him like what the trials and tribulations he basically did was basically wrong, and she should never did all this, and then basically tell her like he had to basically see her face like one more time, and then he set her free, and then he like he don't kill the nigga who does this shit, who like collects the souls and shit, but like he basically tells this nigga like, beware of me. Like I am Dr. Von Doom. And then after that it's like nigga everybody knows about him ever since. Like he literally
that, and also like he's like Doomsday.
yeah.
He's really
Is Dormammu, is that the nigga that was in the Doctor Strange movie?
So who?
Is that the nigga that was in the Doctor Strange movie?
And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Like, you know what I'm talking
Which one?
about? The nigga that he fought at the end of the first movie, ain't that Dormammu? Or is that a different nigga?
no, that was Dormammu. That was Dormammu.
Yeah.
Good run right there. Keep the offense.
They did that one from the animated movie.
Yeah, that one's
But they
great.
didn't do all of what actually happened in the animated movie. In a real animated movie, Doctor Strange is supposed to fight four god guardians, one that controls water, wind, earth. That movie's so fucking cold. I love that. I'm not gonna lie, probably need to watch that shit. But that movie actually tell you how Doctor Strange really became really Doctor Strange. Like really, and on that movie, Doctor Strange is actually fucking Asian. He's Asian and white. I mean, he's like the real ethnic he's supposed to be instead of just being actually white. They just made him white because the niggas who actually run the Marvel universe, like the niggas who the top heads, want him to be white.
One of the Raiders did want to make him Asian. Yeah, Marvel themselves said, fuck that.
Fuck that, he's gonna be white. That's why Doctor Strange has a lot of Asian culture surrounding him, and mostly everybody.
White man cosplay that Asian.
But yeah, but that nigga, but that nigga Doctor Doom that nigga just be. It's crazy. It's weird as fuck. It's basically he's like a Professor X in a sense. You know, like Professor X is just sitting there, but he's actually getting stronger because all he's doing is just getting knowledge of the world. That
Yeah,
is
Professor
like
X
Dr.
should be
Doom.
meditating.
Like, he's just cultivating and getting stronger from just learning knowledge and facts and weaknesses about people.
You know, he a genius. You know, he
just,
like
he's just a real genius,
he really smart.
and he just learns how to come with some ways. But the main thing that stands out about him is that he's just really a noble man, because like what he stands for is like actual freedom itself. Like he's like the Luffy of Marvel. He really stands for freedom, and that's what gives him a lot of power. And like people who like support him, that's what makes it's a weird thing. It's like an amp boost for him. When people start supporting him, that nigga just gets power boosted, and that's it. Like that's how he wins. He just gets power boosted from nigga. Literally, people actually feeling him like what he's talking about. Like and like the Doctor Doom that's Omniverse that I'm talking about. It's just literally people who literally like loves him and cares for him, and his power just grows from that shit. I just like, all right, man, this nigga is literally going from love and determination, like literally, like he's not doing anything. Nigga is insane, like. But I was just watching this nigga Baron today, and he was talking about like, nigga, it's 4 niggas on here, nigga, boy, nigga. I kind of want these niggas on this game, but I don't know how they put these niggas on there. Nigga, that nigga, the Beyonder.
Yeah.
I want.
Warlock.
That nigga Beyonder is old. And then that other nigga, X-Man, who's basically Marvel Jesus. The new nigga that they got that look like Jesus. This nigga right here, broken as fuck. But who I really want with their rivals is Franklin Richards, because that's the first person who actually said. And nigga, the reason why is because I'm not gonna lie, that nigga probably is the strongest mutant ever, like the strongest Marvel character ever, bro. Because that story when the Celestials, the niggas who basically made the Marvel universe, 3 of them combined into one. That nigga make Galactus rise up and controls Galactus and make Galactus that nigga's little man. And they body them niggas. I was like, oh yeah, Franklin Richards. Oh no. And the Celestials even said like beyond, because okay, the whole song thing is beyond Omega level. They said Franklin Richards, mutant of mutants, beyond Omega level, beyond of the Omega level. I was like, wait, so he's beyond the Omega level? On the Omega level, what do that even mean?
You talking about Mr. Fantastic?
Like nigga, what? I was like, what the nigga? I swear, I was like, what do you mean beyond the level beyond. What?
Who y'all talking about?
Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic's son, Franklin Richards.
Oh, that cold nigga.
Hey, that nigga cold. But y'all know who the strongest mutant is, right?
Him.
No, it's Iceman's son. Iceman is somebody else's son.
Oh.
I looked this shit up one day because I went through a whole thing because they talk about him, but it's a nigga because you know Iceman is Omega level.
Yeah, but
It's because he messes with the particles in it. Like he can pull water from anywhere because he can change particles and basically change particles and oxygen to make water. That's why he literally can make ice and water anywhere. And he has a kid with somebody. I'm gonna look it up right now because they said I was looking up one day, just go through a rabbit hole like who the strongest mutants, and old dude Mr. Fantastic's son is up there, but he not stronger than Iceman's son.
I had to let this nigga up because Barrett just did a whole the top level just stay, and Franklin Richards is #1. He said. Franklin Richards. The reason why Franklin Richards is the strongest mutant ever is because he is the man. He's the second man above all. He is literally the second man above all. The strongest Marvel character ever. Marvel's God. Marvel's God literally said, "You are my second vessel. You are basically my son." So it's like that nigga is like. I don't know, man. But I'm about to look up this nigga Iceman's son. That nigga is.
Chris, you still watching this?
Yeah, I'm still watching it. Yeah, you up 42-12. Getting these damn fumbles.
But there's a nigga that's stronger than all that shit.
See my rookie running back going
Oh,
off?
definitely, yeah. All the Celestials. Yeah, all the Celestials and shit.
Niggas, Superman, Dr. Manhattan's son. That nigga is probably the most broken character I've ever heard of. Like, hell no.
Dr. Manhattan just broken in general.
Nigga, nigga on the timeline, there's a timeline when Dr. Manhattan wants to kill Superman. Nigga, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best stories ever.
I think I watched a video about that story.
That nigga fights Superman, he beat him up, but Superman leaves, like he survives. So Dr. Manhattan, the whole thing, and Dr. Manhattan just started going down a rabbit hole, how's this nigga really this powerful? Like, how? And then it just turns to find out, like, basically Superman is literally DC itself. Like, he's like, no matter what universe there lives, there is a Superman. Like, there is always going to rise a Superman. He was like, he is just basically just him. And so then this nigga goes into a timeline where he grabs a Superman, infuses that Superman with his DNA. That Superman makes love to Lois, and then he ends up having a Dr. Manhattan Superman son. And this nigga watches this nigga, and this nigga is like the strongest. Like Baron was like, this nigga is basically the strongest one of DC's strongest like characters ever to exist. Like they only got like one chapter of him because they was like they can't really make none of him because he's that powerful. Because that nigga is insane. I was like, damn. That comic went hard though on God to finally learn that Superman basically can never die because he
is the universe basically.
The fucking beast and what you want to call it.
Like, man, that's they did the Black Nerds did a damn thing today when they did Ultimate Battle versus all DC's Omni Mutants versus Marvels, and they just like Marvel just got too much hacks and they just got too much shit.
Marvel got way too much over DC when it comes to the mutant side.
Every fucking time they do it every fucking time.
No, hold on, look. Let me tell you something about this. This is something that I learned. So
they be cooking though.
Onslaught. The nigga Magneto fused with Xavier. This nigga was cold. Brent was like, see, they don't say that he's beyond Omni Mutant, but he was like, he is. Because this nigga was so strong. Professor X just fused with Magneto, bro. Just think about that. Two niggas. It took the whole entire Avengers, X-Men, every single genre it took to fight him. And the only reason why everybody survived is because Franklin Richards came and birthed the world in a pocket universe or some shit, but he basically killed everybody from Marvel. It took everybody from Marvel to kill this. I was like, that's in fucking insane. Like he killed everybody. Ultron, all of them. Like every evil thing came to come and fight this nigga. And nobody could kill him. Like it took all of them to combine their all attacks to destroy this nigga. And then they all died. And Franklin Richards basically reborn the Marvel universe by putting it in the pocket universe. Bro, it was so fucking crazy hearing that story, bro. I was like, oh hell no.
Hey, that's crazy. I'm looking at list now. They don't even got old boy's son on here. They trying to say old boy. That makes sense then, because they trying to say Iceman's son, because I found his name. He not on any of these lists, but I see I know who you was talking about. Fucking Franklin Richards. I know exactly who Franklin Richards was, because I told you I seen the thing about him before. That nigga extra cold and he hella smart too. That's what makes him really fucking dangerous. Oh no, nigga, he the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. I'm tripping. That's the fucking invisible lady. I was thinking of fucking Storm from X-Men.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
They got a daughter too. Basically now on Marvel, like almost every ending of Marvel when it's a big crisis, the person who comes to the end is Franklin Richards and their daughter. Because they got two daughters. They got a daughter and a son, and they both become like super omni mutants. She's like the most omni mutant telepathic bitch. This bitch can go to the future, past, all this shit. Because this is one nigga, I just showed Lewis this comic. I forgot what that nigga name is. This nigga is basically like his power, his power is so like uncontrollable. Professor X had to mentally lock this nigga's mind down for years so he don't remember who he was. But it's a comic where Professor X died, and so since he died, he's looking for Professor X to do it again, but he's dead. So this nigga just starts, anybody he touch, he just automatically like spontaneously combusting, like they just died. And he can like rise niggas from the dead. Like this nigga was strong as fuck.
He bring people back. Like,
yeah, this nigga was like a god.
Like,
and so
like Frank Richards
so they go get his daughter. She go back in the past and learn. She talks to the past Xavier, and Xavier tells this nigga like, this nigga was so broken, like he was